November 26th of 2023, and you still haven't done a thing. Nothing. They kept pretending at Intel Corporation that they were going to tell the truth. They're going to. Every time I turn around, someone calls. Phone rings. Here, nobody want you. You can't fix something by patching it. You can't fix something by patching it. You can do a little patch it. It doesn't fix it. You got to fix what you did. Um, Intel Corporation kept pretending like they're going to tell the truth. They fired me about May of 2019, knowing what they were doing. They made me run out of money, and they had me arrested in September of 2019. Go watch my time. Now, in September of 2019, they had me arrested, but they had already planned on having me arrested because I looked at the warrant as he showed it to me, handed it to me, and I think I had to sign it. I can't remember, but I looked at it and I was like, "This isn't today's date." I mean, I was paying attention. This is like a week away. Were they already? Did they plan to arrest me? They knew they were going to arrest me. Is that what it is? They knew they were going to arrest me, so they're going to arrest me a week later. He goes, it doesn't really matter. I said, yeah, it does matter. It does matter. This is my life. It doesn't matter. It's really 2 weeks. It's really about 2.5 weeks away. Is what he said. 2.5 weeks. So they arrested me at least 2 weeks before the warrant. They don't the warrant, and the cop knew it when he did it. He knew it when he did it, and he still arrested me, tried to cover up what Intel Corporation did. That was in 2019. I got to watch my time. They knew they were going to arrest me, so they did in September, and then sometime this time they appointed an attorney. I didn't call anybody during this whole time. I waited and waited and waited for someone to come to my aid. They had firemen coming in there pretending like they're going to help me. They had people coming in there pretending like they're going to help me. They had witnesses everywhere. They had cops coming in. This isn't so bad. Maybe I should get a room for the weekend. And then they just laugh in my face. Cops coming in and doing that, knowing what they did. The doctor didn't even believe in God. He even said he didn't believe in God. he, he's going to find out God's real. Everybody's going to find out God's real. It's going to be just like the Pharaoh. Except the fan knows. They all know it intel. They all know it's real. These cops know it's happening, and they don't want to bow down to God. That's why God's going to do what he's going to do, because he doesn't like a liar that knows the truth and won't tell the truth. I was placed in a mental hospital against my will in September 2019, and I didn't get let out until November of almost. It was almost. It was the day before Thanksgiving of 2019 is when they let me out. The day before Thanksgiving, so it'd be right here. And as soon as I got to my house, Intel Corporation shows up at my house. I drive all the way back to Lone Grove because I'm forced to live here now. And I drive all the way back. They followed me all the way back the day before Thanksgiving. Now, not down the interstate. They followed me through Taylor. Taylor, I went the long way around. I went through Taylor. They followed me through Taylor, the back streets of Waco. Came to Lone Grove. Lone Grove cops just weren't at the police station. I needed witnesses. I wanted them to do something. They were not a police. They said they were just down the road pretending like they had somebody pulled over. It's all a ploy. Everybody knows you're just going to lie again. And on that night, I go in and I try to report because I have them both parked. They were both right outside. Two cars followed me. They were right outside the Lone Grove Police Station. Right outside. It was a black car and a silver car. And they were right outside the Lone Grove Police Station. And I sat there and I waited until they left. And finally, I go inside and I start trying to report. And then the two cops come in. He said, "That was me out there." I said, "No, that was two cars. I got video of them." And I showed him the video. And he said, "This is what the big fat Lone Grove cop said." I better watch my time. I'm running out of time. He said, I showed him the video that I keep showing you guys about them following me. And also, he goes, "Well, that was it all. That was in Texas. That we can't do." I said, "But they're right outside. Right out, they follow me here." He said, "Well, they're probably private investigators. There's nothing we can do." Isn't that how Ken Bondren died? Three cops. Three times he went to the cops. The cop says, "Go home. You're drunk. There's nothing we can do." Isn't that how Ken Bondren died? So after that, I'm stuck here in Lone Grove, Oklahoma. And everywhere I go is a Lone Grove cop waiting for me, changing his path. He's on this path. Highway patrols meeting me. I've seen highway patrols on back roads waiting for me. Everywhere I go is a stupid cop. They go into stores when I get there to try to get me for something. I went into the quick checkup. It used to be quick check. Used to be Butch Bridges, Quick Check probably still is. And I said, "What the Highway Patrol coming?" The guy's like, man, don't worry about it. Don't worry. Everybody knows, and nobody wants to tell the truth. That's why God's going to give you a plague. You ain't gonna believe it. You're never going to believe it. You just have to see it to believe it. That's what God says. Even in the Bible, the guy, the rich man, he was saying, please send Lazarus down to dip his fingers in water to cool my tongue. Please, Father, send Lazarus back to warn my brothers. And what God told him was, told the rich man, he said, and this is in the Bible. He said, if if they will not learn from Moses and the prophets, they will not learn from a man coming back from the dead. And they wouldn't. They'd say, "Oh, that was a magic. He was not really dead. Like you guys faked a lot of deaths. That's what they do. Oh, he wasn't really dead. No, that's exactly what we'd do if Jesus were here, bringing people back to life. And then you would crucify him, and you'd burn him. You'd burn him at the stake like you did that one lady, Joan of Arc. Anyway, that was 2019. So we're just looking at it. It's 2019. Because just look at the years 2020, 21, 22. It's now November of 2023. 4 years later, after I've proven the truth, and still you will not do a thing. I'm waiting for God to do. I'm not waiting for you. Every time I turn the TV on, you display this, you display that. You've been doing it for years. I'm not waiting for you. I'm waiting for God the Father to do what he promised. He's getting ready to wipe you out big time because all you're going to do is lie, pretend, and try to extend the game. The game is over. I don't need Sean Finner to hand me another jigsaw piece. Jigsaw. Sean Finner. And I got to do this fast. 2020. I was here all this time. I started working at the clinic from January to April of 2020. Um, COVID came out. Yeah, it was real. And then I didn't work for a long time after that. I got the COVID relief fund, stuff like that. Um, I did take a job sometime around this time, July and August time frame, working over at the Chickasaw Laundry, and then I took a job over at Family Dollar. Well, I worked for Family Dollar for a long time, very long time. I had I had interviewed at Ollie's. The guy acts like he's a big time. I'm this, I'm that. Everybody knows who I am. You guys only want me to clean toilets or unload trucks. I can do this stuff right here. So that was 2020, and I worked for. It was sometime right here where I worked for the Chickasaw Laundry. Terrible people. And what I put in my notes about the crimes, though that's real. They actually put me in a truck that did not have brakes. Did not have brakes, and they were going to make me drive a truck with no windshield wiper. And they broke a lift on purpose and made me have to lower something that was 600 pounds at least twice. Third time I said, "Dude, I can't do it anymore." Just almost pulled me out on the other two. And then he tried to have me lift something that was 600 pounds. He goes, "Just try." I'm not Superman. I can't lift stuff like that. Anyway, 2021 comes along, and I was working for Family Dollar. I quit about that time, and then I had interviews here, uh, May, June, and July with electronic companies in Dallas. As soon as people see my face, they make a joke out of it, and they make the interview a joke. They're not going to hire me. $20 an hour, and then one comment, "Oh well, that job's all right. We're only offering you $12 an hour." That's what they say to me because they know who I am. Everybody knows who I am. Nobody would give me a job because of the lies that you told about me. You persecuted me. Now, I got to ask, why was Tom Fuller named Charles Ray at Bone Grove High School in 1988? His name is Charles Ray. Why was he in our school in 1988 named Tom Fuller? Anybody got an answer for that? Charles Ray? Because you knew Trudy, because she had an affair with your father. That's what your father said when I met him for the first time in McKinney, Texas. He said he knew something was wrong when he saw my truck up at the university. You guys got me that truck here. It was just a drug to me. But the crazy thing about that truck is they gave me 3 keys to that truck. I was like, why do I have 3 keys? And my brother took one. He goes, "Can I have it?" I said, "No. What's mine? I mean, why do you want to keep it? I just need it." So he took a key. He goes, "I just want to show you." He put a little red dot on it. So he put a little red dot on that key, that little 93 Sonoma. So I just want to show you that. right? So he did that. And he took that key to that truck. So I guess I only need two. So I kept two keys in my truck. Kept those keys in my pocket all the time. April couldn't drive that truck. It was a standard. I was the only one who drove truck as far as I knew. And the funny thing, they gave that key back to me. Glenn Baum gave that key back to me. Someone told me he took my truck the night I went to watch Godzilla in Plano, Texas. Godzilla came out. It actually came out in 1997. 97. It came out at a movie theater because I took the night off. So I watched the movie Godzilla, and somehow somebody took my truck that night when I was watching the movie. And I'm in there, and the guy comes. He goes, "Man, you know when you were in here, someone took your truck. Did you tell me they took trucks?" Nobody took my truck. My truck's right there. He goes, "Yeah, they took your truck." So why would somebody take my truck? I don't know. Somebody took your truck and then they put it right back there. So why would they do that? There's a church on that parking lot now. There's a church there where it used to be a movie theater. I watched Godzilla there at that movie theater that night, and someone told me that a lady got raped at Alcatel that night. And then I go back to work, and Glenn Baum comes in and gives me a key to my truck. It has a red dot on there. A key, red dot on it. I'm like, where'd you get this? Now, how does Charles Lewis Ray know Glenn Baum? Because this is where it's going to get really, really crazy. Crazy. Several people at Alcatel, knowing who I was before I got there, it's almost like it was all planned and set up. And set up. Um, Charles Ray was there, calling himself Tom Fuller. Um, Sean Tobin was there from Lone Grove, sixth grade, called himself Sean Mullins. He kept telling me his name was Sean Mullins. His name was Sean Tobin. James Darst was there. James Darst. He's the guy who was working up here at a Radio Shack in Ardmore. And the guy that was there, he's probably passed away by now. And he said, he said he came here just because of you. It was James Darst. He was there. He was there. He was at Alcatel. And at Alcatel, he handed me a whole bunch of remote controls for garage door openers. I said, "What's this for?" He said, "You asked for them." I said, "I never asked for these." She asked for your house. I said, "I don't have a garage door in my house. I don't have one. I don't trust them. Garage door locks. I lock my garage door." So James Darce was there. Sean Tobin was there. Charles Ray was there. Charles Ray. Glenn Baum showed up and gave me a key. How did he get a key to my truck? I didn't give him a key to my truck. Glenn Baum. Charles Ray knows Glenn Baum because Trudy worked. Trudy, the lady that had an affair with Charles Ray's father, worked at the University of Texas in the same area, in the same building with Glenn Baum. She worked there. So somehow all these, because Charles Ray kept talking about how he saw Will Sexton playing at the Steamboat. Charlie Sexton, Will Sexton. Yeah. So what? What? I saw him there too. Anyway, how does how does Charles Ray? Why was he here in 1988? And then why was he at Alcatel doing all this stuff to me at Alcatel? Why were all these people? Joseph Molina from Wichita Falls was there, my roommate, and Rebecca Bennigan was there from Wichita Falls, Shepherd Air Force Base. I guess the deal is it's already 2023, November 2023. You've been pretending for 4 years. 4 years that you haven't done a thing. That's why God's about to give you a plague you are never going to believe. It's your own fault. I did no crime to be punished for. You punished me against the law, and you still won't tell the truth. Now, the person that I heard was right, because I don't know what happened, but I'm pretty sure it happened, was the lady that I'm getting ready to marry in Vietnam land trend. Show her picture to Bill Hopper and see what he says. Because I have a feeling he has a lot to say. Show it to Bruce Mills. See what he has to say. Show it to Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's not going to like that picture. Now, I'm trying my hardest to get back there, but you guys won't tell the truth. So, whenever God gives us plague, God gives us plague. Now, the picture I want you to show people at Alcatel is this picture, because I kept looking at it. I kept saying, "Is that a band? Is that a band? How do they know they're going to be touring in 2012? It's only 1997." Tour 2012. Show that to Bruce Mills, Joe Hopper, Stone Cold Steve Austin.